about the intensity that you try to put forward into your practice room? Maybe where that developed from. Has it always been that way? Talk to me a little bit about it.
So I grew up in a wrestling room. My stepfather Mark was my wrestling coach as a little kid, and it was very much so non-conventional. I'll just put it that way. It was tough. We didn't have wrestling mats. From a small city in northeast Ohio. Come from Mark was my uncle's best friend. My uncle Robert was the first black state wrestling champion in Ohio's history ever. And so that was his best friend. And he was my stepfather. He's my baby sister's father. And he took me underneath his wing in the in the first grade and showed me how to wrestle. But very unconventional wise. It was something that most kids won't be able to endure at this time, but I understood what he was doing. It was tough. So that same grit, grind, bang, if the bone ain't sticking out the arm, you keep going. If your toe is not twisted backwards, we don't stop wrestling type of mentality. It's the same mentality that I put on these kids. Everything that I'm showing in the wrestling room right now is just a repeat. It's a pay it forward. It was taught to me by either my uncle. All of my uncles were all state level wrestlers, and my father Mark is the one who took me across the country to wrestle. The coaches that I was blessed to have in high school and in youth program, and it's followed with me, and I'm just doing a repeat. I'm just showing them exactly with the same grit, grind, hard nose, 2.5 hours of nonstop movement, and it's working.